over the last few weeks, ever since this pandemic has broken out, we have seen, of all times, at this time, a large number of right-wing supporters of the government on social media, of the BJP in particular, who have gone to town with their communal tweets targeting the Muslim community in particular. And it started to get noticed, particularly in the Middle East, in Arab countries who are friends of India. In the last couple of days, very prominent people from the Arab world have been tweeting their anger over these communal tweets, the Islamophobia that they see in India. And the OIC even issued a statement about it yesterday. The Organization of Islamic Conference is a conglomerate of leading Islamic nations that issued a very strong statement against what they saw as Islamophobia in India. Today, India's ambassador to the UAE, Pavan Kapoor, put out this tweet that you see on your screens there, saying that discrimination is something that is against our moral fabric, it is against the rule of law, and that Indian nationals in the UAE should always remember that. Well, here in India, we've had people like lyricist Javed Akhtar who are making public appeals now to this country to stay united. The Prime Minister himself, remember, just said the other day that COVID-19 does not know any religion, race or caste. When it strikes all of us. And he also emphasized that message to stay united. This is what Javed Akhtar said a couple of days ago.
देश इस वक्त एक बड़े संकट से गुजर रहा है और इस संकट के से लड़ने के लिए जिसका नाम कोरोना है, जरूरी यह है कि हम सब पूरे के पूरे एक हों। हम एक दूसरे पे ही अगर शक करने लगेंगे और एक दूसरे की नीयत को नहीं समझेंगे तो जब एकता ही नहीं होगी तो हम लड़ेंगे कैसे। इस एकता की बहुत जरूरत है। आए दिन मैं एक अजीब अजीब बातें सुनता हूँ कि कहीं डॉक्टर, अरे सलाम कीजिए उन डॉक्टर्स को जो अपनी जान हथेली पे लेके आपका इलाज करने, आपका टेस्ट लेने आ रहे हैं। टेस्ट से ही तो मालूम होगा कि आपको बीमारी है क्या, और आपको अगर टेस्ट में मालूम होगा बीमारी है तो आपका इलाज किया जाएगा।
Javed Akhtar joining us live from Mumbai this evening. Javed Saab, thank you for being with us and making that appeal to people to stay united. Tell us more about that. I mean, it's very sad that at this time, we're still seeing people point fingers at each other in the name of religion. What would you say to people even today when our friends in the Middle East are also upset by many of these social media posts?
Yes, of course, it's a matter of great concern that we unwittingly or unwillingly, because of some people, we are creating this kind of image in the world. But we'll talk about it later. What is more important is what is happening within. There are two things. I mean, at many places, perhaps 3, 4, 5 places, doctors and nurses have gone, as a matter of fact, taking at the risk of their own lives and their own safety. And people have thrown stones at them, people have beaten them, people have damaged their vehicles and so on, which is so unfortunate and so pathetic. It's so foolish that it is pathetic. And I also wonder, I have tweeted against it, I have messaged against that, but you see, this is not the first time it has happened. I have experienced it earlier also. In 90s, UNICEF, some people of UNICEF had asked me to come to certain villages in UP where people are resisting what you call polio inoculation. And they won't allow the doctors to get in, and they would throw a stone on them and so on, exactly the same way. So I somehow managed to go to a village through somebody, and I spoke to those people. And I could see that there is a kind of a tremendous suspicion in them towards the administration of the establishment, because they feel that they are not looked after, they don't have the road, they don't have electricity, they don't have a clinic, they don't have a school, and so on and so forth. So they are very suspicious. Why the government is so bothered about our children's polio and so on, suddenly why they have started things. I explained to them that it is a worldwide phenomenon and it has to be eradicated everywhere. Otherwise, there will always be a risk of it being everywhere.
Actually, so what you've done is take up all kinds of discrimination, whether it's been against doctors, medical staff, people on the basis of their religion. You've also made an appeal, haven't you, Javed Saab, to, the holy month of Ramzan is about to start. You've also made an appeal, to Muslims in India in particular that, say your prayers during the holy month of Ramzan and you've urged them to stay at home?
There is so much of echo that I can hardly hear you. But let me guess what you are saying. Now, it seems almost there are two sources of sound. Anyway, so could you please repeat the question, because
sorry, I hope this is better.
Okay. Yeah.
You would also made an appeal to Muslims during Ramzan, which is about to start, to stay at home and not venture out into mosques to say prayers. That's another appeal that you've made at this time, as the holy month of Ramzan begins in a few days.
Yeah, I have. As a matter of fact, such things are happening. Just the other day I was watching that there was a huge procession in the south of some festival, and people don't understand, and particularly when religion comes, their IQ takes a big drop. But hopefully people will understand, and they won't go to the mosque, they won't go to temples, and whatever prayers they adhere to, they'll do that at home. And that is what they should do. And that is what is happening even in the Muslim world. They have closed Kaaba. So, no, I don't think there is any mosque in this country who is more important to Muslims than Kaaba. So if that can get closed, why can't this be?
Javed Sahab, finally, what is your final message to those who are still seeking to spread communal hatred at this time? What would you say to them?
It's a shame. And this hatred has not come because of Corona. This hatred was already there. Corona has become a good excuse to vent out their venom. And it is so sad and so pathetic that one expects better, some compassion, some sense of unity, at least in such bad times. We are facing a huge calamity. And Indians, all Indians, irrespective of the caste, creed, religion, language, state, whatever, they should be together to face this problem. And you are all right, something had happened in Nizamuddin. People who are responsible should be taken to task. Not only those people, but the police that allowed 3,000 people to get collected at one place. Customs who let them pass come from countries like Malaysia and Indonesia, where there was already Corona. How would they allow to come here, and so on? It should be inquired, and everybody and anybody who is responsible for it should be sent there. But say that in India we have Corona because of Nizamuddin is not only mean but extremely foolish, stupid. So it is, people have not started hating people because of Nizamuddin. No. Let's be honest. They hated Muslims anyway. This is a very good excuse to take out their venom. And now they are calling crores, perhaps there are 15 crore, 16 crore, 18 crore Muslims. All of them are spreading Corona in this country at the cost of their own lives. So what kind of a rubbish is this? This should not be tolerated.
Absolutely agree with you, Javed Sahab. Absolutely agree with you, and thank you for coming out very strongly against that, for calling for unity in these difficult times, because at the end of the day, we have to stay united. That was the Prime Minister's message as well. Thank you, Javed Sahab, for your words this evening. Thank you.